In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace your EGR valve tube on your Ford Ranger with a 3.0 liter engine. It's located in the engine compartment on your exhaust manifold. You're going to use a 19mm socket and take off your lug nuts off your wheel, because you're going to want to take your wheel off and you want to take your fender liner out so you can get to the EGR valve tube. All right, so now we have these plastic grommets, and we're going to take this fender liner out. Ours looks a little broken, so we'll have to fix that as well. Now that that's off, we can get to our EGR valve tube, which is just up there. We are going to loosen our EGR valve with an 1 1/16 wrench. You may need some heat to get this loose. We had heated ours up already. They do tend to get a little stuck. All right, so once you disconnect that, we're going to move on to up top. All right, again, using an 1 1/16 wrench, you're going to loosen up your EGR valve tube on the top here. We did heat this up prior, and I recommend you do the same if it doesn't come loose, just by yanking on it. Okay, so now you have to disconnect these two lines here. They're just hoses that you can pull off. But when you're installing the new tube, make sure that you are on this side of the dipstick. Otherwise it won't line up in your EGR valve. And now we're going to take this out. There we have it. All right, so now we're going to put the new one in. We are going to reach down in there. Making sure it lines up. Making sure it lines up here. We are on this side of the dipstick. Now we're going to come up over here. I'm going to make sure I can get my lines on there. One is smaller than the other. Make sure you put them in the right spaces, the right lines. So the small one goes there. And the big one goes here. I would put these on before you put the other end on the fitting. Easier to do when it's loose. All right, now that we have our lines on here, we're going to get this started on the bottom. I'm on top of the engine at this point, reaching down. You can also try doing it through the wheel well, whatever's easier for you. Okay, and now I'm going to get this top part started. It's good to line up your tube before you start the fittings in. All right, now that you have those started, you can tighten them up. All right, once it bottoms out, you're going to just take it a little bit more. I'd say about 1/4 of a turn. And that's tight. And now we're going to go to the below and tighten that one up. All right, so now we're below and we can tighten this one up. I'm tightening this through the wheel well. It's much easier than trying to do it up top. If you're having trouble lining it up, you can also loosen your top one until you get this side really settled in, and then tighten the top one. All right, now that we've tightened that down, you can go ahead and we'll put our fender cover back on. So now I can reinstall this. All right, so I had to do a little surgery on my fender cover here and replace my plastic grommets. It's a pretty old vehicle, so I'm not surprised. All right, so we're going to put our wheel on. I'm going to do it in a star-like pattern using a 19mm socket. All right, so we're going to torque our wheel to 100 foot-pounds using a 19mm socket, and we're going to do it in a star-like pattern. Do one more round, just because we had a few loose ones. It's good to double check. Good.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.